So recently, one of my friends asked me to recreate Urahara's warehouse from the anime Bleach. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Now, I've never watched anime before, but I was more than happy to do this for them. So on screen right now is a reference image they sent to me, which we'll show you later in the video. But for now, let's start on the front of the build. Now this bit is definitely the most easy part of the build because I had the reference image to look at, whereas the rest of the build I was kind of going off what I thought it would look like rather than trying to find a reference image, because I couldn't find one and I spent like half an hour looking. So we built the front up, we got the bottom floor, which you can see probably is the easiest bit to build up, but then the next floor again is slightly harder because I didn't know the correct proportions, like how tall to make the second half compared to the first half. Didn't know if that actual pipe you can see with the black stone wall works. Didn't know how tall to make the roof, but overall I think it turned out pretty well. But now the sign here, as you remember the anime text, I didn't really know what it should be, so I just kind of had to wing it. And if this build was bigger, I probably could have made it better. Now, moving on to the side, as you can see, again, the side, I had no real reference image, so I was just kind of winging it as I went. And I think, again, based on the reference images I had, and looking what I'm doing again, I think the side turned out pretty alright. Like, the proportions seem pretty alright to the reference image. Like, this is probably how big I would build it if I had to design all this from scratch, rather than going off the reference image. And again, we're now just bringing the roof round, filling in all the walls. Now you hear music in the background, and that will be where, if I go silent at any point, like when I come to repeat this on the other side, it will just have the music playing over. But yeah, going back to the text on the front, which I have written, if the build was bigger, I probably could have done it pixel perfect, but because it's so small compared to the actual text, then I couldn't really do that. So now we're going over to the other side, and we're just basically going to build up pretty much the same wall again. However, we're going to leave a gap for the shed, which is kind of built onto the side of the building, which we'll add in a bit. But now we're just building up the walls again and just filling all of them in with wool before we go around to do the back of the warehouse. And again, if you would like a block palette or anything, or like the amount of blocks I use, then that will all be linked in the description, as well as this schematic for the build as well, in case you want to build this yourselves. As you can see, I'm just filling in all the walls now with the white wool, and it hasn't come to my realization yet that I can use World Edit, which will probably come to my realization when we go to the back of the build. So we've just finished the side, and now we're moving on to the back of the build, and this is what the build looks like from behind. So you can see where the trapdoors are, and that'll be where the warehouse sign is. I don't know what it says. I should probably get that translated. But yeah. But this is all from the anime Bleach, which I've never watched. And there you go, I'm using World Edit. So I've never watched any anime, but I thought it would just be a fun challenge for me to build. So we've now done the back of the house. Warehouse. And as you can see, again, that text on this side, I don't really know what it says, but if you see the shed right in the corner, as you can see on screen, that is what we're going to be building now. So we're now going on to the shed, and that little gap we used just to enter the shed, basically. So I am currently building up all the walls out of trapdoors as well, and then I'll be tacking on the roof in just a second. As you can see, kind of making the roof match up with the trapdoors as well. So building a stone platform around the bottom as well. And then finally we're going to add on the roof on top, which is, I think it's meant to be a tin roof as well. And this is my best attempt at a tin roof in Minecraft. And there we go, that's the entire build in a nutshell, basically. As you can see on screen, and the actual build, I think it looks pretty accurate to the actual build. I don't know what anyone else would think. I did miss the blue box at the front, you can see right in the corner at the bottom on the left, but that'll be added in the future. Like, if you want me to do another part where I can design an interior for this build, maybe going off like a completely general thing, or if you have any ideas, then let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, this has been Urahara's warehouse from Bleach, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because you may just become part of the void.